Okay, we haven't been on in a while, and I don't see anybody showing up. We'll see if anybody shows up on this Saturday afternoon. Just wanted to walk around and show everybody around a little bit. We haven't posted a video in a while, but I'm still working even during the quarantine stuff. I'm still working. My husband's working from home with the kids and working with them on their schoolwork, so we're homeschooling. Go ahead and show you guys what my husband built while we're waiting to see if anybody comes. Okay, doesn't show that anybody's watching, so we'll see if anybody reconnects.
It's not done.
Oh, hi Brenda. What do you think of this new toy that my husband built for the goats? It's not 100% done. He's using some shingles that...
No, Mom, it's done.
Using some shingles. It's done? I thought he was putting shingles all the way across.
No.
He's not?
No, he's only doing it on the ramps.
Okay. Well, anyway, so this is the new goat toy. It has 2 ramps and lounging areas, and the ramps are covered with shingles to help them wear their hooves because we have issues with their hooves from the wet, and also making sure we can trim them in time. Oh my gosh, just building it, the goats absolutely loved it.
They said we want to help.
Hey Kiri! You loaded 2 more bags of concrete in there. Did you get them? Did you get water on them? Yeah, this thing is fabulous. The goats absolutely love it. And let's see, Miss Romance, who's over by the water trough, is starting to bag up. She's getting a bit of an udder. She is due next month. And then you can see our little doling, Miss Matilda, who's going to be our future milk goat, standing over here yelling. And then next to her is a little Alpine Toggenburg cross wether that is supposed to be shown at fair. If we have fair, because we're not really sure if we're going to have fair yet. But if not, I guess he'll be going in the freezer. Yeah, there's Matilda. Gabe is supposed to show her in the dairy classes if we have fair, of course. Yeah. But we'll go and take a look at the garden. Whew. This is my lovely quarantine haircut. Don't you guys like it? I might as well just grow it out. Buck is doing good. Our new Buck Wilbur is doing awesome. He actually, we took our Nubian Weather Samson that Gabe uses for pat goat and put him in there having cystic ovary. So I discussed it with my vet. We gave her Lute. Hopefully she's cycling normal now, and she's actually in with him. Hopefully she gets bred. Rabbit Bun Bun went to my parents at Diana at Just Us Acres and got bred to one of my dad's. I believe it was one of his New Zealand bucks. So hopefully she's pregnant. Ow, Apollo, get away from that rabbit. The kids let the dogs out, the house dogs out. So also, oh, they're not out. Darn it, I was going to show you guys my my new little pullets we bought, but they're hiding in their coop right now. We had a freeze like a lot of people last night. It's buffering when I walk. Well, crap-a-doodles. Huh. Is it any better? I stopped walking. Look, photo bomber, photo bomber. Yeah, I made an appointment. We're supposed to be able to have the salons open back up on, I think it's March the 15th. Or May, I'm sorry, May the 15th. So I have an appointment on the 23rd, hopefully to at least get it trimmed up. I talked with my stylist yesterday. So hopefully that works. Take you guys down over here to the garden and show you what's going on there. We had to cover some stuff last night from the freeze. Brought all of my pots of herbs and stuff into the garage too. But we have 2 new raised beds. My husband built this one, and he built this one over here, and then he added more compost as well as some peat moss to the 2 middle beds. I don't need my hat. I'm fine. Alex is trying to bring me my hat. So I bought some onion sets at my local feed mill, and then I also ordered some little onion starts from Dixondale Farms because we had a lot of success with theirs last year. So there's the onions, and they're doing really good. This is the carrot bed. So look, little carrots. I usually don't have much luck with carrots, so we're hoping we do. I don't know, we seem to be having a lot of trouble. Ah, okay, are we back? Because it seemed like it was are in here. I didn't see, somebody's comment popped up. Oh, it got cold yesterday, 50 in the morning. Yeah, I wish it was only 50 in the morning. Well, there's some potatoes coming up, and they did get nipped by the cold last night. We did not cover them, but we figured since the rest of it's mulched pretty good, they'd bounce back. Same thing, these tubs, okay, I don't know if anybody saw a video on Facebook. Basically, somebody took like protein tubs and also some barrels, cut them to where both ends are open. Yeah, there we go. Okay, both ends are open, fill it up with dirt, and put your potatoes in it, so that way whenever you harvest them, you just grab the handles, pull it up out, and all your potatoes and your dirt falls out, and you can pick them up really easy. We thought we'd try that this year. So that's what those are. This area here is going to be where Gabe plants his popcorn. The rest of the garden is still covered in plastic. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. It just keeps on having problems, doesn't it? I don't know why it keeps on buffering. I usually don't have trouble unless I'm in the barn. And for some reason today, maybe it's because it's windy. Anyway, we're covering these with plastic to try to keep the weeds down. Hopefully it dries up enough, and we'll see if that helps us this year with the weed issues that we struggle with. We got a bid for our drainage project through the USDA. Let's turn this back around here. Okay. We got a bid on our USDA project to do the drainage and the gravel pad that'll be going in the paddock behind the small barn. And I'll have to do a video and show you guys the overview picture of what that's going to look like whenever it's finished. And then the high tunnel will actually be going back behind the large barn. And then we'll have 4 paddocks back there. So we have fencing that'll be going in to do rotational grazing in the summer for the goats. I guess we could go up and take a look at the garlic. My mom's garlic is doing better than mine. No fair. But my chickens tortured my garlic. Ah, yes. We figured out how to keep our chickens in. You got cut off of the potato tops when there was going to be frost, and they'll grow back. Yeah, they'll grow back. They'll be all right. That's why we didn't worry about covering those. I didn't have enough stuff to cover anyway. So, and I apologize if you guys say something, I might not see it because with the sun, I can't always read on my phone. But we took a string of wire here and put it all the way around the chicken run, and now they can't jump out of the fence. Yay! Maggie, come! Got a neighbor pulling in on a motorcycle, and she's loose. Hang on. Hey, why is there a goat loose? Look, live on the homestead. Loose goat. And a house dog. She said the grass is greener on the other side. Paula! Back in there. Come on. Get back in. Go. There we go. That's the reason why I like tame goats. Okay. Sorry. Not the most interesting part of the video, was it? All right. There's Miss Anna. Okay. So Anna is 9.5 months old and weighs 81 pounds now. She's huge and very energetic. Okay, so let's take a look over here. This is what I call my kitchen or my porch garden. There's my cilantro. There's my garlic. Out. And there's some more garlic that came up in that tub. So we will have a little bit of garlic. We won't have as much as I had hoped. There's a lot of my herbs. That thyme, I think, is 4 years old. I've also got mint, oregano, sage, and I think rosemary in there right now. I had planted some bok choy. Let's see if I can see your guys' live chat visible. There we go. All your goats are out grazing. Well, hopefully they stay where they're supposed to be and they don't decide to go next door, right? Okay, and then my Swiss chard is in here, and that's the biggest problem, is trying to keep the dogs. They don't go to the bathroom in it, they just walk through it. Oh, these are my walking onions from Miss Sherry at Two Family that I got last year. So I'm excited to see how they do. And then I've got lettuce in this one and lettuce in that one over there. This one I usually put a tomato to have up by the house in, and I'm not sure what else we're gonna put in here. This is my comfrey. Part of this comfrey came from Baker Creek. My mom got it. And part of it came from Kiri. I think there's like, hush. I think there's like 4 plants in here. And it's huge. Kiri, check it out. That is my comfrey. I think I need to harvest some. What do you guys think? Ooh, I didn't talk about bees. Oh my gosh. So my dad built me a nuke box to try to catch bees. And we thought we caught a swarm. And my dad came down, and I had closed it the night before. And when we there was only like 3 or 4 bees in it the next morning. So this is the nuke box for catching them. And it looks like there's 1 little bee on it, but it's kind of cold today, so I don't know if they're just not really active. I'm guessing we don't have any. So unfortunately, we don't have any bees yet. And he put, okay, I'm sorry, it's not showing me the chat. Oh, I am down near Cincinnati. I'm actually east of Cincinnati, about an hour, I think, east. And I have trouble growing rosemary, starting it from seeds, so I actually picked up one. I work at a garden center. But you see a little white box out there? Let me see if I can zoom in. We put a hive box down below the garden. So hopefully we'll catch a swarm between the nuke box and the hive box. Hi, Maggie. Hopefully, we'll catch some bees. I think that's about it. Trying to think of anything else. Guess I could try taking you inside and show you guys all the stuff we started that has nowhere to go because it's too wet and too cold to put it out, right? All right, let's go take a look at that. Maggie, come on. Best farm dog ever. Anna's got a ways to go. She's got to mature before she's going to be a good farm dog. All right, come on, old guys. All right, let's take a look here. Let me show you guys what we have in here. Okay, so this is my grow shelf. Obviously, I think I'm going to need more. So there is tomatoes and more tomatoes. There's a couple different varieties. More tomatoes. We have nasturtium. I know I've got, let's see, this is Cosmos. We did some flowers. Alex, my 13-year-old, loves to grow flowers. So these are all his flowers that he started for a flower garden. We've got peppers, more peppers. Let's see, I've got, let me think, ancho, jalapeno, a couple of sweet peppers. Trying to think of what else we've got. I can't remember what else we got. These are zucchini that just, well, you're right, I do. And remember, I'm gonna get my high tunnel. So I'm gonna be able to do a lot more stuff in the high tunnel. So that way maybe I don't have to have all of this insanity, right? I've got some more peppers down here. This is eggplant. I guess I could try to show some of the varieties. We have, for the tomatoes, we have Marion. There's a pink ox heart and a Hungarian ox heart, and another one called Get Stuffed that are all from Baker Creek. We also have San Marzano, which is my favorite canning paste tomato. So far, that's my favorite variety. Now up here, these are kind of fun. Let's see if I can't climb up on a chair. Okay, so this is Warded Incan Cream Puff. It's a squash. And a lady that has watched me, and we've kind of gotten to know each other, and we email back and forth. She lives in Washington State, and she's an avid gardener. She also grows seeds for Baker Creek. She's one of their seed suppliers. She gifted me with some seeds. So the Warded Incan, all of these are from her. There's I can't even say this, a Lonquian. It's an old Native American squash. A type of watermelon called Caprio. There's a Turkish melon, and then also a double yield cucumber. So she gifted me seeds, and actually she gifted my mom some seeds. And I'm really excited to see what they do. And she's really showed me taught me some really neat stuff about squashes, and that you can grow one out of each different family. She sent me a list of the different families of squashes, so that way you can grow them and save the seeds without having that cross-pollination. So you get a pure product if you want to save the seeds. Let's see what else we got. I was going through my seeds because they're a mess, and I really, really, really need to organize them. And yeah, it's not going well. And then I was pulling some seeds out because I had my son's wrestling coach would like some seeds, and he's growing a garden this year. So I was picking out some that I had some extras of to gift to him. And of course, a lot of them are in my garden or Baker Creek. And then I picked out a few other things that I need to get started myself. One of them is the Armenian Cucumber. This one, Stacy from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy grows this one. And she made some fermented pickles that were amazing. And she told me how to make them. So I got the seeds so I can do those. I want to get spaghetti squash. Simply Jan Homestead. I think this came from the Stivers Homestead get together. And I want to grow those. These are Cushaw, so I've also got to get my Cushaw squash started. So those are some things I'm going to get started before I can get things out. But I don't know. I mean, what's going on with everybody else? Because I think that's about it. Obviously there's a lot updated and a lot going on. And we're trying to button up some things before we start the big projects with the drainage and everything. And then hopefully that will make things a lot better for our goats, and we can expand the herd. And I've got hay in my hair. Let's see. I can't think of anything else. I'm trying to think of anything else. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there, since Mother's Day is coming up tomorrow. I know a lot of us are probably not very happy that we don't get to do some of the things we normally would get to do. Maybe going to, see our moms and dads. I'm going to see my mom. Because we don't tend to go really much of anywhere right now unless we have to. We go to the grocery when we have to. We go to the feed mill when we have to. That kind of thing. But other than that, we just stay home. What I got from my mom, it was kind of like a birthday / Mother's Day kind of surprise present this past week. I bought her turkeys. Yeah, I know. I agree. Mother Nature is driving me crazy too, because we were all ready to start putting some things out and hoping to just maybe pull the top off, the top edge of that plastic back where the area stays the driest and drains the best. And then that way we could at least get started on getting the fencing set up and you know, some of our trellising and everything, our cattle panels and stuff, and we're just not going to be able to get anything done. I had been last week, I was putting the tomatoes and stuff out when it was warm, and try to get them hardened off, and nope, now they're stuck back inside. Yeah, Mom had, well, last year I was gifted some turkey eggs from someone, and I hatched out some babies, and I gave them to Mom because Mom wanted turkeys. And she was able to raise a couple of them. She had, I think, she had 2 toms and 2 hens, and then one of the toms got sick and passed away. And they were doing really good. They were laying eggs and everything and doing really well. And then they had a mink get in their coop, and they did the predator proof, the good stuff where you do the hardware cloth underground. That mink actually went under the building, dug underneath the, and actually dug about a foot underground to get under the hardware cloth to get into that coop. Hi, Shapalo. And got her turkeys. It killed both the hens. It stressed the tom out, and he didn't make it. So, you know, they were fortunate enough that the mink got greedy and tried to come back, and it actually killed another rooster, which was our rooster Doug, that was gifted to Gabe by Doug and Stacy, and unfortunately Doug didn't make it either. But when he came back, broad daylight, they were able to dispatch the mink, and you know, it's been a while, and Mom decided she was ready to try again. So I found a pair of young turkeys. I got her a tom and a hen, and they are, now I'm going to mess this up. It's not Beltshire, it's Beltsville white turkeys, which is actually, they are on the National Conservancy because they're endangered or almost extinct. They're a smaller turkey. The males only get up to 25 pounds. They're really good for small urban homesteads and for families. You know, you don't need a big giant bird. And they are, since they're smaller, they will mate naturally. You don't have to artificially inseminate them like you would the big turkeys, the butterballs. Apollo, knock it off. So, oh, no. Raccoons got in your ducks, Brenda. I'm so sorry, Brenda. We got rid of all of our ducks because we had trouble with stuff getting, the raccoons raided the nests, and we had coyotes that got some of the adults. So we kind of gave up on ducks, at least for right now. And they're messy, but I do kind of miss them. You know, I liked my Muscovies. They were a lot of fun. The kids had a blast with them. So we really don't have too much trouble with the coons with the chickens. But yeah, we had a lot of trouble with the coons, especially raiding the nests. But that stinks. I'm sorry to hear that. Mom successfully hatched 2 Peking duck eggs from her Peking ducks. So she'll have a couple more extra ducks. But that's I mean, that's about it. I think we're all just like everybody else. We're waiting for Mother Nature to make up their mind. And this year, I don't know. I mean, just with all the craziness, I feel a little more anxious about getting that garden in the ground, you know. I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm canning like a crazy woman. And actually, Gabe's coach, who's putting a bunch of stuff in the garden, he said he's raised a few things before, but he wants to learn to can. So I told him if he wants to, he can come over and I'll teach him how to can. So that way he can start figuring that out. See if I can't get him a ball canning book, maybe as a gift to help get him started. But I don't know what's new with anybody else. Doesn't look like we got very many people on here, but that's okay. A 100 coyotes? Wow. I don't know how many are around here. I mean, we've got farmland and everything, and then rural. So, I mean, there's a good mix of, you know, people with farms, people with animals, people that just have a couple acres. And, I mean, sometimes we hear them, and sometimes they sound like they're right on my porch. And that's the nights that my livestock guardian dogs go crazy. Of course, they go crazy right now because we've got neighbors that, you know, are up all hours of the night. saw somebody. I woke up because my dogs were going crazy, and I looked out the window, and there was somebody walking down the road with a flashlight at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we've been making sure everything's locked up really good. Hopefully we don't have any problems with anybody coming in and trying to steal anything. My husband is smoking ribs on the grill for dinner today, too. Looking forward to that. Yeah, hi. Everybody tell him how amazing the goat thing is. The new goat toy. What are we going to call that thing? What is it? It's a goat playground. Yeah. Needs a name, though, doesn't it? What'd you need? Oh, okay. All right, guys. Well, looks like the hubby needs something. So, hi, Mama Tried. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks for everybody stopping by. And take it easy, you guys. And happy growing. Hopefully Mother Nature straightens out for us. See ya.